Literally cut the car in half. They've brought a new car in, they've got it assembled, and he's going to run.
Yeah, and that's an amazing story. I mean, it's great to see Corey walk away from that and to be able to race today. We've talked to him a couple of times, and he says he's ready. Once that engine starts, all the butterflies are going to be gone. He's going to be focused on doing his job.
So how about Corey McLenithan, and what will he do? Let's send you down to David Reef.
Well, Paul, as impressive as a 75-minute turnaround is on race day, so too the transformation of Corey McLenithan and this team. And it actually began about the time that Corey Mack was released from the hospital. That's when Brian Olson, a crewman on Corey McLenithan's team, this man right here, his son answered the phone back in Indiana. His name is Drew Olson, and he, along with Eric McGee, loaded up a brand new Brad Hadman car in a borrowed Don Schumacher trailer and showed up here Saturday morning. That's when this team methodically began taking components off of this one car, putting it on this brand new one to get ready today. In fact, you look at Corey McLenithan's car right now, the only thing that doesn't say Corey Mack and Fram is actually the Lucas Oil wing on the back, provided, of course, by Morgan Lucas. Look inside the car, the motor, the crankshaft, the fuel management system, according to Wes Cerny, exactly the same one that was in that car when it crashed on Friday night. That is a testament to how good these cars. He says it's ready to go. As far as Corey McLenithan, I just talked to him a moment ago. He says he is beaten, he is battered, he is sore, but he has spent a long time in the Epsom salt baths trying to relieve some of that soreness. Says he not only needs to get back into this race car, he wants to.
Absolutely amazing that that guy is sitting there waiting to go. Here's the top fuel ladder presented by Lucas Oil. You can see that Foley and Troxel will come out. Actually, the first round is going to be McLenithan and Fuller. Grubnick will face Vandergriff and Milliken and Dixon.
Boy, and we just got some great matchups. The other side of the ladder, like we talked about, Hillary Will and Morgan Lucas, Schumacher and Baca, your defending champion, Doug Collette against Scott Weiss, and Brandon Bernstein, who has a very good car, will be going up against Doug Herbert.
Well, they're past the first hurdle. The engine fired up. Nothing's fallen off the car yet for Corey McLenithan. But look at some of those faces. They've got to be apprehensive.
Yeah, situation just coming off that deal on Friday, one of those deals. See Crew Chief Wes Cerny just in the aisle. Corey McLenithan, he is focused. He's ready for this. He'll be up for the task.
And here, no opportunity to test the cars at all. You go with what you have. Rod Fuller closest to you. As Corey Mack completes his burnout, Fuller, winner at Phoenix.
And look at this weather, much cooler than what we've been racing on both Friday and Saturday. 61-degree temperature, still relatively dry. Track temperature, 77 degrees. It's going to be tight. Density altitude, or corrected altitude, the air is very good, almost 1,000 feet better than what we've been seeing. That means that it's going to be easier to make horsepower. The track's going to be tighter, so we can see some big numbers here if they get it hooked up. But they got to watch out for that tire shake.
So we watch Rod Fuller rematch. Really, this is a rematch of the first round at Gainesville when Corey and Rod were the first pair out. The race then was won by Corey Mack. Wouldn't want to miss one opportunity more to show you the crash. And this is incredible because this one is so close and so tight.
You know, and as a driver, Corey just got to remember, he did nothing wrong. This was a perfect run. He had it right down the middle, just had a chassis failure, sent him flying through the air, careening into the wall. Nothing he could do at that point was except for to hang on. He knows this car's ready right now. He has the utmost confidence in his crew chief, Wes Cerny, and the rest of the team. Now, in the old days, you used to have to test a brand new car before bringing it out, but the cars are built so identical now. Now you can bring a brand new car out and go to the finish line right off the bat.
You saw the Carrier boys. This is, of course, their home track. Oh, man. It goes to Hot Rod Fuller. Low elapsed time of the race. Everything except getting down the track for Corey McLenithan. Still, what a study in perseverance that is.
Just the fact that they were able to get that car to the starting line is a win for them. You see the car, it's going to basically start to move over towards the wall. At that point, it's probably going to start to get loose, maybe put out a couple cylinders. You see it launch, car's going right there, and then the cylinder goes out as it gets over towards the wall, out of the good stuff. And Rod Fuller, what can you say about him? Crew Chief Lee Beer put a great tune-up on that race car. Low elapsed time of the meet, 4:53.26. We talked about it. The conditions are there to run some big numbers right now.
Yeah, Rod told me that they completely changed their thinking and went back to their old old way of doing things. Obviously, it's paying off for him. You get an idea, too, at how bumpy it is down at the far end of that track, especially in the right lane when you saw the onboard with Fuller. So now it's Tony Schumacher and David Baca. Baca closest to you here. Schumacher over on the far side. The big U.S. Army on the wing. Don't forget, we've got Gary Gerould on board with the team. You didn't see him in the opening of the show because we rushed him down to the far end for this.
Well, we
Gary?
want to be able to talk, Paul, to Corey McLenithan. And Corey, none of us can begin to appreciate what you and your team have been through in the last 40 hours. Now, I know there's disappointment because you didn't win the elimination. Is there any kind of sense of relief, accomplishment? Tell us what you're thinking and feeling right now.
We just got whooped. I mean, that depresses me because the guys did a great job putting the car together. All of our sponsors out there that are on that car, I mean, let's say the fans got their money's worth Friday night. I am in one piece. I feel fine. My guys put 2 really long, hard nights into this car, and they worked very hard to get it done. A lot of help from all the racers. Borrowed wings from Mr. Lucas, and we really appreciate that. And all the other parts we had to borrow, wheelie bars from next door, and you know, it's just one of those things. I mean, this stuff happens, but this is what we do.
We appreciate the fact that you're here and you can tell us about it, and we wish you nothing but good stuff next week in Atlanta.
Can't wait to do it.
All right. Thanks.
Well, what spirit.
Oh, and what a run for Tony Schumacher. A 4:49. Amazing run. That may be giving us a part of the answer on what the weather is doing for us and what we can expect later today, Mike Dunn.
Yeah, that's the Tony Schumacher and Alan Johnson we all know and love. That's hauling the mail through the middle of the course. The track conditions, like you said, Paul, are there. I mean, you got cool conditions, easy to make the horsepower. The track is tight. You see them just kind of picking that front end up as the clutch stages come in. He's run 276 miles per hour at the 8th mile, which means the track is awfully tight.
And we'll take a look at the Top Fuel points. Notice that Tony Schumacher, the reigning champion in Top Fuel, is down there in 9th place. Melanie Troxel, with her consistency this year, sitting up on the top of the chart. Doug Kalitta and Scott Weiss. Kalitta is qualified in the top half of the field all season. But then again, he's yet to make it to a final round. Weiss has not won a round of competition this season. This is only his second start.
You know, Doug Kalitta is your defending champion here, but a couple weeks ago in Las Vegas, we got a shot at him on a Friday session leaving the starting line. I'll tell you, this was a great shot. Watch the bottom of the chassis. From the torque of this race car, you're going to see this thing move. The right side almost hits the ground as that thing starts to launch, spinning those big Goodyear tires down the racetrack. Now it's going to go into some tire shake, and it's going to get to the point where you're actually going to see some serious air underneath that tire right there, and it's actually going to start listing to the left as the right tire pretty much completely comes off of the ground. Doug Kalitta backpedals the car at this point and gets it to hook back up and accelerates to the finish line. It was an amazing run, and that's an amazing shot.
You think these guys don't have incredible reaction time? That's some of the greatest video I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, Doug Kalitta is one of the best in the business. He's always sharp on the tree, very quick, and he's always good at being able to backpedal.
And that's Doug Kalitta all the way with a 4:55. 327 miles an hour.
Defending event champion on the left-hand side, Doug Kalitta. Not much wrong with that run. Didn't run quite as quick as Rod Fuller in that lane, but a 4:55 will get him into the next round.
So when we come back, we'll talk with Tony Schumacher, but first round of Top Fuel continues in elimination. Brandon Bernstein is coming up, and he will face Doug Herbert. We'll be back with more from Bristol.
you listening to me? No, take the frozen goods first, Bob. Frozen goods and these perishables too. Yes, honey.
Of the O'Reilly Thunder Valley NHRA Nationals, brought to you by Powerade. Sport is what you make it. And O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts at better prices every day.
We're back. Top Fuel, first round of eliminations. We go up to the far end and Gary Gerould.
And with Tony Schumacher, Tony, after 3 first-round losses, how big of a lift to the confidence for you, the team, everybody, to turn a 449 in your first pass today?
Yeah, that's huge. You know, we don't go out first round. Last year we went out first round, I think, 1 time, and we've struggled a little bit. We've had some parts breakage. You know, we lost a zip tie, a drive shaft, and some ignition problems. But all in all, Alan Johnson said, man, if this car goes out and runs and gets down the track, we don't break anything, man, look out, because it's his kind of weather. He's excellent at adjusting to weather conditions and changes. And the racetrack, man, Bruton Smith builds a great racetrack. We got a couple bumps in there we got to work out. We all know about it. Had to watch Corey go out there, a good friend of mine who broke a car in half on Friday night, and I was pulling for him, man. Not because I cared who won the race, but just it takes an awful lot of a man to get in that run.
Well, you've been through that experience. Seattle, Memphis, you've had some really nasty rides yourself. You know what it's like.
I do know what it's like, and, you know, I've always had the chance when I got in the next time it was a qualifying run, and, you know, it takes a lot of pressure off because if something feels wrong, you can shut it off, but to have to go out there and run a 66 and do it, you know, against a car that's going to go out and perform with Lee Beard and Hot Rod driving it thing, you know, that takes a man to do that, and something pretty intense, but, you know, he got the job done. That first round's past him, and now he can go on in Atlanta and try to go and win.
Thank you very much.
And Tony moves forward as well. Next week, drivers in the world's fastest motorsport will move to Atlanta for the Summit Racing Equipment Southern Nationals. Saturday, we'll have qualifying 9 to 11 in the evening, and then Sunday, NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil at 11:30 on Sunday morning. And then Sunday, Marty Reed will be back for the finals at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. And Corey Mack comes down to talk with the Carrier boys. One of their houses is just probably less than half a mile, Mike Dunn, from the edge of this racetrack.
I could ride my bike to work.
You can ride your bike to Seattle. Melanie Troxel and Doug Foley. Melanie trying to tie the record for the most consecutive Top Fuel final rounds with 7. A car carrying a slightly different livery. Torco putting the Skull Shine, their Car Care Products division, on the side of the car for this race. Last time that Melanie Troxel faced Doug Foley was last fall.
Las Vegas.
Looking for a reversal of that today. Frustration was palatable after that one. But look at the year that she's had this year, Mike.
Boy, she's got a totally different race car this year. This car has just been pretty amazing. You know, beginning of the year, she had a good race car. They got a couple lucky breaks, but she is turning this thing into a great race car. Well, her and her crew chief, Richard Hogan.
Are you a little surprised that she picked being the 4th pair out?
Yeah, it was. I mean, normally, you know, she had first choice. She could have went anywhere, and I kind of thought she would have waited till the end of the session. You'll pick number 8 pair, and in that way, you got a lot of cars to be able to look at the racetrack. Well, based on what I've seen, it shouldn't hurt them. I mean, the racetrack is obviously there. Teammate ran a 49. The other lane, a 450 from Rod Fuller, so both lanes are even.
For Foley, his 7th NHRA career start. So Melanie wins the first round and takes another step forward, though with that run she's lost the lane choice. Need to be a little hotter than that.
Wow, but still an amazing run. Runs a 450 and loses lane choice. I mean, that's pretty amazing, right? But like I said, I don't think it matters right now but the big thing is half track right there. She's run 280 miles per hour. That means you got a serious racetrack out there and you got serious horsepower to be able to make that car run like that. Richard Hogan and that team are just doing a great job.
And of course here they're being helped a bit by the weather, as she's going to need a tow to get the car off the track. And not just the weather that it's cool, but we're up at altitude a little bit here. And many of the chiefs say that the trees, the fact that a lot of trees around here create more oxygen, make things better.
That's what they always say.
You buy that?
Well, every crew chief I ever worked for said the same thing. I mean, even though our density altitude may say 1,700 feet, they factor into the trees to where they would say it's more like 1,400 or 1,500. They would actually tune the car for it being 200 or 300 feet better than what the gauges were reading just because of all the trees around.
That's amazing. I want to take you back, talk about cars breaking in half. Probably one of the best guys to know about all that. Had his problems with it last year. It would have been Alan Johnson, the problem they had with Tony Schumacher's car. And Dave Reeve had a chance to talk with him.
Well, you know, I mean, it's obviously tragedy. I mean, you don't want any cars to wreck and try and find out what went wrong. And, you know, obviously the track's on. And it sure is a coincidence, as all cars that break that way is on bumpy racetracks.
You obviously had a near issue just like that in Seattle. What kind of concerns do you have?
Well, I have concerns that the racetracks are too bumpy. You know, we can't run 100, 325 mile an hour race cars on bumpy racetracks. You know, so, and the only cars that we ever break in half are on bumpy racetracks. So we either make the cars so strong that they can't break or make the track smoother. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I mean, Alan Johnson's always straight to the point, and it is very simple. Either you fix a racetrack or you fix, you know, the race cars. But I'm a firm believer. I mean, every racetrack has its bumps in it, so I mean, maybe just make the, you know, the top fuel chassis a little overkill to compensate for it.
Hillary Will and Morgan Lucas. Both of these drivers have come up through the ranks of the top alcohol dragsters. Morgan Lucas got into this show at the last moment.
And he's really been struggling with the setup on this car. It just gets down track and it just pretty much starts eating itself up. Looks like it's burning pistons and cylinder heads and whatnot. Probably something in the fuel delivery. If they get that thing fixed, they can definitely give Hillary a race. But Hillary Will's had a great race car all weekend through qualifying. Very consistent, good performance numbers.
Morgan Lucas did point out the team was started on November 7th of last year. With the hole shot, Morgan Lucas takes the win. Margin of victory at 12 10,000ths of a second. 1200ths of a second.
Wow. I mean, just a great drag race. Morgan Lucas, I think he did his job on the starting line. Had almost 600ths of a second advantage off it. Couple that up with his best run of the weekend thus far, 461. It was still hurting itself on the other end. It slowed down to 289 miles per hour. Hillary was closing in fast, but just ran out of real estate.
Here's our Valvoline winners cam. Look at that for a finish. Go up to the far end now. Melanie Troxell's gotten it through that first round, Gary.
Melanie, when you're sitting there watching those first three pair in front of you and you see a 49 and a 50, you kind of lick your chops and say, oh, this could be really good.
You know, my main concern this morning was with all this cool air, great track conditions, that we would go out and maybe shake the tires. So it was great to see people getting down the track more than anything. But guys did a great job, got the Skullshine car down the track, and feels good to have that first one kind of off your back and kind of get into the flow for the rounds on Sunday.
We've heard a lot of talk with drivers about bumps and one thing or another, and I think, Dave Reef, you've got Jeff Bird who can address the situation and maybe what's happening in the future here.
Indeed I can. The president and GM of Bristol Dragway joins us right now. And Mike Dunn talked about the fact that, yes, racetracks are going to be bumpy, but a lot of racetracks don't have a guy named Bruton Smith behind them that builds beautiful facilities like this. He is going to address the issues that we've talked about over the last day with bumps already. How so?
It didn't even take a phone call to Bruton. He was aware of the problem immediately when the guys showed up in town. He has committed to repave the drag strip from the end of the concrete down to the shutoff area. We will do that after our bracket season's over, and it'll be smooth as silk when you get here again next year. And we will address some of the issues with the tunnels.
Is that what Bruton is? I mean, is that the kind of guy he is, just a take charge man and fix it right now before it gets worse?
He only wants the best. He wants Bristol Dragway to be the best dragway in the world, and he's willing to invest in it to make it so.
A lot of race teams going to be happy to hear that news. Thank you, Jeff.
You know what? He does have the best. In fact, the rumor was that as soon as he realized the problem, nearly $500,000 was wired transferred down here, so be ready. Doug Herbert will face Brandon Bernstein. Well, that was easy for Brandon with a 450, the top speed of the event thus far. For Herbert, just all went away.
Let's watch Doug Herbert. I got to believe something mechanically went wrong because this track is just way too good for it to be able to smoke the tires at the hit of the throttle. And his crew chief, Wayne Dupuis, usually pretty much nailed on that deal. But Brandon Bernstein, what can he say in the right-hand lane, right down the racetrack, 450 at over 330 miles per hour. That car is flying.
There's still more Top Fuel first round of eliminations to come. And take a look at the ride that Hillary Will had as she watched it going away for her. We'll be back, though, with more from Bristol.
There is less than 100.
Show me you got the will to win. You say the mountain's too steep to climb. Nah, slow and steady to the top till you kiss the sky. No one can tell me what I can and can't do. I don't believe there's one thing I can't handle. Nobody alive will ever make or break me. I see many eyes that illustrate they hate. You got a choice to make. Don't stop, don't quit. You can go hard or go home. Give it all you got. You got a choice to make. Do you really want it? You can go hard or go home and watch TV. You got a choice to make. So what's it gonna be? You can go hard or go home. Go hard or go home.
Well, you got to give Corey McLenithan every credit. He certainly gets the Perseverance Award. Too bad that he couldn't make it through the first round. We still have competition in Top Fuel. Coming up now, you're looking at him, Larry Dixon, and he will chase Clay Millican.
Larry Dixon doesn't have lane choice, but it doesn't seem to matter. Some teams are choosing the left lane, some are choosing right. We've seen good runs in both lanes. Clay Millican, even though he out-qualified Larry Dixon, only went down the racetrack on one run, and that was Friday evening. Conditions are kind of similar to that, so he's got to be liking that.
Oh, there's a good race, and Millican pulls it out. Millican with a 460 at 318 miles an hour.
318.84 the speed.
Wow, this is huge. This is Larry Dixon's third hole shot loss of the season. Clay Millican was on his game. 060 rack time, had about 300ths of a second advantage over Larry Dixon at the start. And Larry Dixon, you know, was making a very good run. Donnie Bender put a nice tune-up on that car, was running 274 at the 8th. 457 at 327, but it came up short by just that much.
There it is on the Valvoline winner's cam. Wow, just inches.
40/10,000ths of a second.
That's the thing, though, about eliminations. You either go fast or you're going home. Every race produces a winner. Look at that, the margin, 0.004. Nice piece of work. Back up at the starting line. One of our Top Fuel winners this year, Dave Grubnick, and just burning out Bob Vandergrift. And as we get set with this round, we've got this week's edition of Grubby's Garage.
This week, I'd like to talk about this funny little scoop we have at the front of our dragsters. Now, what this is designed to do is catch the air as the race car's going down the racetrack and hopefully pressurize our fuel tank or help supply fuel to our fuel pump. Now, underneath this scoop is the vent directly into our tank. Now, hopefully, we'll catch enough air that we can put a little bit of pressure in this tank to help supply fuel to the pump. The other thing you'll notice is after the burnouts, you'll see our crew guys come up, and what we have here is a piece of tape, and what we're doing is covering up this vent. The only reason we do that is to stop any fuel splashing or coming out this vent onto the bodywork and ruining our paint. And that's why you'll see after the burnout, and as we pull up the stage, you'll see a lot of the crew guys will come up, remove this tape, and make this car ready for the run.
And that's today's edition of Grubby's Garage. You take a look at David Grubnick, Grubby, the Aussie, as he brings it to the line. Vandergrift on the far side. Whoa, another good drag race, and this time it's Grubnick from the right lane. 4:56, 327 miles an hour. Yeah, they got to be happy with that.
Yeah, they're looking at the number. I think a 456, they're not going to be crazy about it, but it's still a good run. And I'll tell you, basically they had to drive around Bob Vandergriff. He had 200ths of a second advantage off the starting line. David Grubnick came on strong, was able to get by at the finish.
One change, though. You'll notice in these shots, you're seeing a lot of shadows. The sun has come out and now begins to warm that track. Well, coming up, it's going to be Funny Car, and that means John Force. And, of course, our latest winner, Cruz Pedregon. That's all when we return to Bristol. That is still Tennessee on the Tennessee-Virginia border. As we're getting ready for Funny Car's first round, Cruz Pedregon is no stranger to victory, winning the Funny Car Championship in '92. So when he started his own team, his expectations for victory were high. Little did he know that it would take nearly 100 races before he would win again. In this Powerade Power Time, Cruz tells us how his recent struggles have taught him humility.
I really was the guy behind the scenes building this team brick by brick, piece by piece, and it took a while. I thought I could just come in here and put a team together and we'd go out and win.
But winning wasn't so easy this time around for the former champion, who only made it to 7 final rounds in 6 years and lost every time.
I lost track of how many finals I'd gone to since I'd won a race. And each time I thought, I think we're going to win this thing. That's just a little too confident.
Cruz Pedregon has done it.
Man, when I saw that wind light come on, it was just a relief, and I was excited, but let me tell you, it was a big weight off my shoulders, primarily because it had been so long. I'm not going to let this win change much at all. Hey, we're happy. It was great. The team enjoyed it, but it's back to square one.
It's Funny Car. Those short wheelbase nitromethane supercharged 500 cubic inch engines.
Floppers, you gotta love them.
Funny Cars at Bristol. Unpredictable, intense, thrilling. Just when the drivers think they have a handle on it, they lose their grip. One thing's for sure, race a Funny Car at Bristol, and you could be in for one wild ride. So we're ready to go with the first round for Funny Car eliminations. And here's the left half of the ladder for you. Derek Medlin, top qualifier, going against Worsham, Capps and Coletta, Selzy and Bartone, and Johnson Jr. And on the other side,
Bazemore, Wilkerson, Hyde, Burkhart, Force and Cruz Pedregon, and Jim Head and Gary Denson.
Coletta and Capps. Rematch of round 1 at Vegas. It was won then by Capps. And it's going to be won again by Capps. So with a 478, Ron Capps continues his winning ways, and Ed the Ace is happy with it as he radios the information down the track.
Well, I should be happy with it. It's his quickest run of the weekend, but the conditions are very good. We saw on Top Fuel put up some big numbers. The car didn't make it quite to the finish line under power. He was only going 296. You saw some cylinders go out, start to move to the wall. It looked like Ron lifted off the throttle, but still makes a great run at 478.
Funny Car points as they stand right now. Ron Capps, 102 points ahead of John Force. Tommy Johnson Jr. sits down there in 3rd place. Remember that wonderful fight from last year in Funny Car? Well, it seems like in all the pro categories, we're looking at that again. Now it's Jim Head and Gary Denson. Head has never beat Denson in their prior matchup. Two drivers have raced in over 700 NHRA national events. Up at the far end, Gary Gerould has Ron Capps.
Savoring that 478 as the first pair down the track in Funny Car. But I want to ask you also about some of the things that you and your fellow drivers do away from the racetrack. And there's a young cancer victim, Stevie Hatfield, that I know you've had contact with, other drivers have had contact with. We understand he's doing better. That must do your heart good as well as winning rounds at a racetrack.
Yeah, I talked to his dad. Easter Day, I ended up calling the kid before it actually got out to the other drivers that he was sick. I don't think he's got cancer, but they found some infections. And I actually called him right before we ate Easter dinner on a Sunday. He was in ICU up there in L.A., so I know he's watching, doing a lot better. But it's part of the family we got out here, and you know, we're thinking about people like that all the time, but our family's back at home watching. They're at our friend's house, all having a big party, and we're out here in Tennessee, so, you know, we love everybody watching and tuning in, and it's good to get back home and have all the support you got. But the Brute guys, it quit early on me. It was running really good. It moved me to the left, so probably had a hole out, and then I told Ace, just poof, it quit. So it was on a pretty good run.
That's why that speed was just a tick under 300 miles an hour. Nearly 300 miles an hour. Wow.
Head in the left lane, Denstrom in the right. And they go all the way to the line with Jim Head of 483, 307 miles an hour. His first round win of this year for Jim Head.
Just another good drag racing conditions. I mean, hand it to NHRA Safety Spartan. They got this track very well prepped. Cars are going down the racetrack. I think we've only seen one car smoke the tires. That was probably because of mechanical error. See, Jim Head's crew, they're really liking that. They've got that car running very consistent and very good right now.
Funny car eliminations. Its first round. Our next matchup will be John Force and Cruz Pedregon. Also, how about Rod Fuller? Rod, we'll be back and talk with you in just a couple of minutes. And we welcome you back. The NHRA Powerade Drag Racing Series, the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals. Beautiful Bristol, Tennessee. Picturesque on a great race course. We're in funny car eliminations, round one. Here's John Force, still looking for his first round win of the season this year.
You gotta love the rivalry here between John Force and Cruz Pedregon. Cruz Pedregon, the only driver other than John to win in the 90s when he won it in 1992, when he went on that 5-race streak where he won 5 in a row and drove around John, something that he never forgot, and I'm sure he still hasn't forgot. Cruz has got to be feeling good. He's coming off that win in Las Vegas, even though he didn't qualify with the numbers he would have liked. He's still pretty confident that he has a good race car underneath him, and the track conditions are there. If he can get that thing hooked up and make some power, it's going to give John Force a good race.
This is the 375th consecutive start in a funny car for John Force. Force with a 480, 320 miles an hour. Cruz goes home.
Well, Cruz was trying there. He had about 200 of a second advantage off the starting line. Then the car starts to spin the tires out there about 300 foot. And that was all that John Force needed, and he's into the next round.
So we said we'd talk to him. There's Rod Fuller. So far, the game's going pretty good, Rod.
Yeah, not bad. 450-2 after struggling in qualifying this week and a couple of races struggling. And, you know, car felt great. It actually laid over a little bit at the top end, so I think she's got a little bit more than that.
Now, Rod, you were able to take out Corey Mack in that first round, but didn't you actually loan him some parts so he could get to the first round?
Yeah, actually, we loaned him a lot of stuff, wheelie bar, wing stuff, and some other miscellaneous stuff. And, you know, those guys loan us stuff, and, you know, that's not the way you want to win a race is by not to have them be able to show up first round. And, you know, this is a family out here, and, you know, I guarantee if something happened like that to us, there'd be a bunch of teams willing to help us.
Well, Rod, good luck. You got Melanie next time around, so go back and get ready.
Yeah, that'd be a good race rematch of the Phoenix final, so hopefully it's the same result.
Yeah, well, you won that one, you bet. Thanks, Rod.
Thanks, guys.
So coming up now is Eric Medlin and Del Worsham. Del barely made it into this show. Eric, of course, is sitting up there as number one. Medlin was on the pole at Phoenix, but upset in first round by Scott Coletta, the 16th qualifier. Let's go to Gary Gerould. He's got John Force.
John Force standing here getting congratulations on a first-round win. You're excited because your daughter Ashley, I understand, got licensed after the testing in Las Vegas following the last event. Big step, huh?
Yeah, between that and our new TV show, I've been on overload, and just getting that out of the way with Ashley, and she'll be testing at Atlanta, so we're excited. She did a great job in the funny car. Hey, the women are proving they can do it. Look at this girl out here, Johnson. So, no, I'm excited. My old Ford Mustang did her job today. Coyle's doing its job, and mainly I ain't swearing on TV, so life's good.
It's very good for us. As a dad, what kind of concerns do you have when Ashley go making those full runs now at those amazing speeds in the funny car?
I was being serious, and you threw me under the bus again. It's okay.
That's my job.
The NHRA Powerade guys got to tell me, stand in front of your car, stupid, so they can see the signs on it, but that's what Castrol pays us for. I'm excited, Ashley. It's awesome being with your children. You know, you spend 30 years out here, you don't know your own kids. And, well, I've been out here 30 years, I still don't know Bazemore, but I know my kids. And we're having a great time, and just watching her evolve with Brittany and Courtney, and my daughter Adria at home, and our grandbaby Autumn. So life's good for John Force, especially when you went around. Otherwise, it'd be a complete different story standing here.
And Eric Medlin just won for you.
Yeah, did it with a 477, 320 miles an hour. Del Worsham goes home. A couple different views for you.
Another good drag race. Del Worsham 0.04 of a second off the starting line. Eric Medlin had to run him down, but luckily his dad gave him the horsepower to do that. A 477 over 320 miles per hour. Del Worsham wasn't bad. 484 in the left-hand lane, just came up a little bit short.
Well, one of the other big stories that has developed in the past week or so has been in Pro Stock. Over at Schumacher, Day Reef has the whole story.
Indeed, there is, Paul Page. Gone is Bob Glidden, the legend, the 10-time Pro Stock champion, in favor now of the new crew chief, David Nickens, a comp world champion and a renowned engine builder. And you and I were just talking, your first Sunday in eliminations crewing a car. This time it's Richie Stevens since 2002 when it was Gene Wilson. You still get the butterflies?
You bet. You bet. I'm excited on Sunday and really happy about our qualifying position, and we're excited about sending Richie up here and trying to win this race.
It's a tough weekend for Sean Carlson. We know you guys will get him turned around in Atlanta. But yesterday we had a little fun and joked a little bit about a line of demarcation. That's not just a metaphor. When Bob ran this ship, it was a little bit different.
It was, and you know, we're trying to get the guys acclimated to work together. We're a team over here. Everybody's working on both cars, and I think it's going to produce big things for us.
Got enough manpower?
You bet.
And as far as your first-round opponent, how you feel about that, and Richie sending him up there right now?
Yeah, we're running Alan Johnson. He's very tough, but I can't think of anybody I'd rather send to battle than Richie.
Plus, he's got a short drive home. He's right here in Tennessee.
Over on the line, here's Whit Bazemore. Whit, for the second time this year, is starting in the second qualifying position. He was second at Gainesville, but he lost in the first round to Cruz Pedregon. He will face now Tim Wilkerson, his first start after 3 consecutive DNQs.
Whit Bazemore definitely wants to turn around that first-round loss from Gainesville, and I think he's got a much more consistent race car. As you look at his crew chief, co-crew chief, Brian Karate, they're getting ready to send his driver into the beams and make that run, hopefully into the next round.
Wilkerson left, Bazemore right. Wow, we've seen some good races. Everybody's getting down the strip solidly. This time it's Whit Bazemore with a 481.
Yeah, we're hardly seeing any tire smoke at all. Watch Whit Bazemore on the left side of your screen. The car starts skating early in the run. Right at that point. Now, I got to believe if this racetrack was a little bit warmer, he might not have gotten away with that, but he did because the track is very good. He put some cylinders out on the other end, but Tim Wilkerson had dropped some earlier, and that allowed Whit to get into the next round.
Our next pair will be Gary Scelzi and Tony Bartone, and that gives us an opportunity to give you a little bit of Scelzi Says as well. They're getting serious in the pits.
Hey, Dwayne, this project is critical. It's got a tight budget and even a tighter deadline.
Got it, boss.
First Scelzi and then Bartone as we continue in Funny Car. First round of eliminations, and it's time for Scelzi Says.
Guys, you're winners out here. You got number one on the side of this car. Gary, you are number one. You beat the best there was last year. You've started out a little slow. Been a tough start this year. Hiccuped a couple of times, but you're getting it together, and you've got it together. Just get serious. Let's get out. Let's get it done. You're winners. You're the best there is. Let's go for it. Yeah! I don't know where they get this goofy stuff. We got to go after it.
Yeah, I love it when you're totally serious about your racing. There's Don Schumacher. That's the way he looks 99% of the time. It's great when they can have fun, though, isn't it?
The last look was a little better look for him.
You like that better?
Yeah.
I don't know about it. Maybe we can get some of those. Do it on camera that way. Scelzi this year has only one round win, and that was at the Winter Nationals over Tony Bartone.
Whoa.
And here it is again. With a 479, Scelzi, 325 miles an hour.
Wow, Gary Scelzi got real close to the wall. It looks like it was after he went through the finish line, which if you hit the wall before the finish line, it'd be an automatic disqualification. After the finish line, you can do whatever you want. You already won the race. You see right there, he's going past half track. Probably put a cylinder out, yeah, right before there. He was way past the finish line and got close, but I don't think he touched it. But either way, he'd be in the next round. Tony Bartone, left side of your screen, he started drifting towards the center about half track, and that's all Gary Scelzi needed because he pulled away. But he did get a little close to that wall on the other end. I'm sure that didn't
looks like he had an inch or two, no question about it. Look at that. Look at the tracks going up there. Well, when we come back, we'll ask Gary Scelzi just that question. You have any idea how close you really were? More after this. Going to work on it, getting it ready for its next round of competition. Just love to watch that hustle and bustle, Mike Dunn.
Poetry in motion there. Just pulling the supercharger off already, getting the valve cover bolts off. Got a couple guys in back. They're pulling the bell housing off there to get ready to put a new clutch in that system.
And we promised you that we'd talk with Gary Scelzi, so let's go up to Gary Gerould.
Well, one of the beauties of being able to work at this end is that you have this big monitor up here and you can replay moments like Gary Scelzi just experienced. I don't know if did you realize how close you got to the wall after you crossed the line?
Oh, yeah, I know how close I got. I don't know what the heck happened. I mean, we're fighting over the bumps and stuff. It looks like a great run right down the middle. Everything's good. And I took my hand off right about there to get the chute lever, and it looked like it might have dropped a hole or something. I don't know, I can't tell, but man, it shot me over there in a big way, and I had to turn left. Took care of the wind light, though. I need 3 more of those wind lights, and we're going to be in good shape.
And he's talking about literally blowing that wind light right off the wall of the racetrack. And your son Dominic won a junior sprint race this last week during the off time, I understand. Good stuff there.
Dominic, he was on the pole, and then we screwed up the car for the main event, but last Friday night he won from the 4th row. So we got a Scelzi winning, now we got to get Dad winning.
All right,
thanks guys.
Gary Scelzi. Don't forget Monday night, catch ESPN2's coverage of the National Professional Paintball League's U.S. Paintball Championships from Miami's Bicentennial Park. From the exciting duels in the snake to the long-range snuff and sniping, each team competes in the fast-paced action, $50,000 cash prize. The U.S. Paintball Championships presented by Vault on ESPN2, Monday nights at 9 Eastern. Tony Pedregon has completed his bird out. Here comes Tommy Johnson Jr. As we continue eliminations, round 1 in Funny Car. But let's go to Dave Reed.
Well, Paul, prior to Corey McLenithan's Friday night incident, one of his worst ever came at Rockingham back in 1993. Well, 1 week ago today, that man and this team celebrated at the IHRA race in the winner's circle. And it was with that kind of momentum they came to the place that these two men's father, Andy Carrier, Mark Carrier, their dad, Larry Carrier, very instrumental in building this whole place. And for you, Andy, I can't believe the emotions that you went through in your own backyard.
Yeah, I tell you, we had the lowest of lows and pretty much a high of a high today. We were excited about the weekend coming in. We run good, had one good round, and we had the wrecks. Team stayed together, worked good, worked hard. and you know, got down the track and accomplished a lot in just 2 days.
Great to have your mom Shirley here as well. You know, what does this place mean, and how important is it to get a win here, especially after all that your father did for this place?
Well, you know, the win here in Bristol would be one of the greatest places. I mean, that would be an Indy to us. And we've never had much luck here. The facility's great. The house, I can throw a rock and hit it. But it's just been a tough weekend this weekend, and we got a year to get ready for next year.
Still a lot to celebrate. You guys did a great effort this weekend, you and the entire team.
Well, Pedregon got it all twitchy left and right and gave way to Tommy Johnson Jr. TJ with a 481 at 323 miles an hour.
Well, Tony Pedregon got a big jump off the starting line, but like you said, got all kinds of twitchy. I think that's the word you used.
It was.
Spun the tires a little bit in the middle, and I'll tell you what, Tommy Johnson Jr. just keeps marching on. 481 at over 323 miles per hour. One more look at Tony. You're going to see that thing go out of our shot, and then here comes Tommy. He's going straight down the middle of the groove, unlike what Tony Pedregon did, and that gets Tommy into the next round.
So that sets us up as we move to the end now of Funny Car, first round of eliminations. Robert Hight and Phil Burkhardt. Engines already started. Hight closest to you. And a bright sunshine, Mike Dunn. Got to be warm in that track. Just get an occasional shadow every now and then. Been an interesting year for Robert Hight and his problems. I'll take you back and show you a few of them.
They've had a very good race car as far as making the horsepower, but they've had these little bugaboos here. I can use one of them funny words too every now and then.
I like it.
They've had some problems with the engine exploding, backfiring, smoking the tires. But when this car gets hooked up and goes to the finish line, it can run a big number.
And when it does that, how loud is it?
You know, it's not so much loud. A lot of times it's a concussion, especially even in a dragster back before they had the roll cages wrapped around. You know, you get that supercharged explosion coming forward into the cockpit and actually push your head all the way to the ground back before the Hans devices, and you'd be looking at the belly pan when it did it.
Hight only won the Winter Nationals, and then since then he's only had 2 round wins.
And that's a big surprise because this is a very, very good race car. Phil Burkhardt, he's had a consistent race car all year, getting some round wins. Wants to get another one here.
Oh, and for the first time, we've seen a lot of trouble. Smoke on both sides, and Burkhardt pedals it just a little bit better. Takes the win with a 548 at 250 miles an hour, but a win nonetheless.
Wasn't pretty, but it got the win. It's a little bit of a surprise here because Phil Burkhardt actually started spinning the tires earlier. Robert Hight was really moving to the 330 mark, and then he started spinning the tires. And I don't know if the thing just didn't quit, maybe lost a belt or something, because never really saw Robert get back on the throttle, or at least never saw the car make a move after it spun the tires. And I got to believe that wasn't Robert, that something just didn't possibly react in the car, and that allowed Phil Burkhardt to spin the tires all the way into the second round. One more time from down track. Left side of your screen, spins the tires right there. You can see it look like he's trying to get back on the throttle, but the car just wouldn't go.
So as they get ready to get Hight off the track and get him back to the pit area, we look at the Funny Car ladder presented by Lucas Oil. Going to be some great matchups when they get into second round. That Metal and Caps matchup, that ought to be awesome.
Yeah, John Force, Jim Head. Jim Head's really turned that car around, and he could give John Force a big race.
Well, over in Gary Scelzi's pit, they're working away on that car, getting it ready for that matchup against Tommy Johnson Jr. in the second round of eliminations. But still, first round of Pro Stock is to come. big names like Warren Johnson. How about Erica Anders? Yeah, you can do it. And Greg Henderson. Just a slight point lead for Anderson right now.
Hey, nice Harley.
Yeah. The Bristol Dragway in Tennessee, Pro Stock is ready to take the line. What a competitive season this has been in Pro Stock. No repeat winners. Kurt Johnson didn't make it into the Gator Nationals, but won at Vegas. He is high. Just when you thought Kurt Johnson's 06 season was a bust, he busted out at Las Vegas to take home the Wally. There have been 5 different Pro Stock winners in the first 5 races this season. Who will be the next to break through? So set to go in the first round of Pro Stock now, Mike Dunn. The sunshine is out, track warms up, and we'll show you the ladder. Johnson and Morgan, and Erica will take on Edwards. Over on the other side,
Greg Anderson, Dave Northrup, Max Naylor, Dave Howard, Greg Stanfield, Kurt Johnson, Jim Yates, and V. Gaines.
But first up, Stevens and Alan Johnson. Johnson here on the near side. This traffic is solid for Pro Stock. The track is great. So Richie Stevens, remember the whole story with David Nickens, the change in the past couple weeks. Richie Stevens moves forward. Now we'll go up to the top end and Gary Gerould.
Well, from a spectator standpoint, that's an adventure watching and wondering who's going to get there first. What's it like for a driver?
Well, I'll tell you what, I saw his nose out in front of me just a little bit, and I started smoking the tires. All of a sudden, his nose went by me, so I knew that he was smoking the tires or having a problem. I was on and off the throttle many times. It was sideways. That's just a matter of not giving up until the finish line and go for that win light. It's Sunday. You do whatever you can do to get it to the finish line first.
Having fun at the racetrack.
Thanks.
Bet he is, Gary. Dave Howard is making his 3rd start of 2006. He will face Max Naylor. This is Max's 3rd ever Pro Stock car start. He has 1 career round win in Pro Stock, and that was at Gainesville when Mike Edwards fouled out.
Max Naylor's been doing a really good job just coming out. As Dave Howard, he debuted the Colbot here a year ago and has made some good runs with it. Good matchup here.
Good run, but it goes to Howard with a 675, 203 miles an hour. Howard moves on. Naylor goes to the fan stand.
Dave Howard got the advantage off the starting line, even though he carried the wheels pretty hard. But right in the middle there, you see Max Naylor starting to get a little bit loose and spinning, and that allowed Dave Howard to get into the next round.
But Gary Gerould with a win for Richie Stevens. I bet he's happy with the crew chief change.
Well, we'll find out. We heard from David Nickens a little while ago, Richie, and we're just getting your reaction to the transition. And obviously, winning here puts a smile on everybody's face.
This is great. I mean, to come out here, you know, first race with David and get this first round win is great. And Bristol's always been good to me. I hope I can go some rounds today. But we got the car running good, and hopefully I can be consistent too.
You think we're going to see big changes in your team from the way business was conducted in the past?
I think so. I think you'll see more consistency out of us, and hopefully we'll get Sean in these fields with Jarman.
Thank you. Back in the pits, they're getting Melanie Troxel ready to fire up after doing all the routine maintenance on the car, getting her ready for her 2nd round where she will face Rod Fuller. Back out on the line, Jim Yates and V. Gaines. Gaines closest to you. Yates has lost on hole shots last 3 races. It's V. Gaines with a 675, 204 miles an hour, and Yates loses on the hole shot again. Let's go to Dave Reef while Melanie's getting the car ready.
You know, I'm actually standing just outside for a pretty good reason. Nitro still stings the eyes after all these years, but what really makes this impressive is, keep in mind, Melanie was the 4th pair in the first round of eliminations today. That means 12 pair of fuel cars and 3 pair of Pro Stock cars have gone down this racetrack, and already this team has come back, torn this engine completely down, built it right back up. There actually is a timer on the side of the trailer, and as I look up to it right now, 41 minutes this team has been back in this pit area, and already they are ready to go for round number 2.
But of course, with the weather being just a little bit threatening, the NHRA has warned everybody we'll shorten the times if we have to make sure the show gets in. Warren Johnson, 2 wins here in Pro Stock at Bristol, 1 in 2002 over Ron Krischer, and in 2005 over Richie Stevens, whom you just met. He will face Larry Morgan.
We always talk about how competitive it is in Pro Stock. You saw it just ahead with Jim Yates and V. Gaines. Reaction time makes a big difference when these cars are only separated. A lot of times, only a couple hundredths of a second. Warren Johnson, you know, has won a lot of races. He's won them on hole shots. He also lost a lot on hole shots. But it seems like when he needs to, he can rise to the occasion, as with Larry Morgan. Larry Morgan's one of those wily old veterans.
Oh, and it's Morgan. 676, 203 miles an hour. Warren Johnson will shut it down and go home. That's his first hole shot loss of the year for Warren Johnson.
Warren Johnson loses on a hole shot. He got that thing completely sideways. A little bit too much wheel speed early, which also cost him, but he still ran quicker. He should have won that race.
That's the way it looked. Over to the winner from Warren Johnson's car. We'll be back with more Pro Stock.
NHRA powering drag.
Thunder Valley Nationals from Bristol Dragway. Round 1 of eliminations for Pro Stock continues. There you see Jason Line, his 2nd pole of the season. He was also on pole at Houston. He'll face Ron Krischer. Krischer's coming off of a DNQ at Las Vegas.
Yeah, he was so upset after that race, he basically quit and said, I'm done. If we can't run with the best of these guys, I'm not doing anymore. They said, hey, let's go back to dyno, see if we can find some horsepower. They said they found some horsepower, but it's a matter of getting that horsepower hooked up to the racetrack.
Both these guys have struggled with the tree this year. Jason Line, track record ET of 670 with an 8 and a speed record as well with a 204.94. There it is on the big boards.
Boy, there wasn't hardly anything wrong with that pass. Jason Line did his job on the starting line, almost 600's advantage off of the starting line, and then made pretty much a perfect run right down the middle of that left lane and into the next round.
Next week, drivers in this, the world's fastest motorsport, will head off to Atlanta for the Summit Racing Equipment Southern Nationals. On Saturday at 9 o'clock in the evening, we'll have qualifying. And then on Sunday, NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil, fires up at 11:30 in the East. And then Sunday evening, join Marty and the gang for the finals, 7 to 10. All NHRA races are also available in high definition on ESPN2 HD. Call your cable operator. Ron Johnson's got to take it back, and he too will watch the rest of this event. Been 2 just perfect days here, and then it rained a little bit this morning. There is rain threatening later, but so far it looks pretty good.
This is a big matchup right here. Warren's son, Kurt Johnson, against Greg Stanfield. 2 very, very good racers. And Kurt Johnson, coming off that win in Las Vegas, struggled here a little bit in qualifying. Greg Stanfield, he struggled in Vegas, but then came here and did very good in qualifying. But this is still a huge matchup right here.
Another close when it goes to Johnson, 675 with a 2:04.
I'll tell you, a great race by two great drivers. I mean, both had killer reaction times, 0:18 to an 0:19. They were pretty much dead even off the starting line, both in 60-foot. I mean, Greg Stanfield was a little bit better in 60-foot, but Kurt Johnson, just on the other end, was able to run a little bit faster and get the win just at the stripe.
You know, for some interesting problems, especially with the bumps in qualifying, this track has given us some great racing here in eliminations.
Well, and the key is, with the track is cool and tight, the bumps don't come into effect as much because you don't get the wheel spin as much when it goes over those bumps as when it's a hot, greasy racetrack.
Up at the other end, Gary Gerald has Jason Line.
Hey, Jason, how close to perfect is that run? You set track records at both ends with elapsed time 670, 204 plus miles per hour.
It definitely felt good. It was the nicest run the cars made all weekend, and can't say enough about Rob and Jeff and Nate and Daniel and Tim, all the guys. Everybody's done a great job. Chris, I can't forget about Chris, and all the guys at the shop. They do a great job, and you know, we're getting better. We just need to, like I said earlier, we need to do a little better job on race day, and today's a good day to start.
See you in round 2.
Back up at the line, Dave Northrup. On board, therefore, Greg Anderson will face him, the KB team. Anderson is qualified now on pole at each race this season. But he doesn't seem to be that happy with his driving.
He said he just kind of missed on the setups of a couple races and then just flat got beat in the first round against Greg Stanfield in Las Vegas. Doesn't feel he has a bad car, so they just need to make some better calls on race day.
Northrup had to look all over the place, try and find the line, and that gave it away to Greg Anderson, a 671 at 204 miles an hour. So Greg Anderson takes the win, and he'll move forward. Let's take a look at the replays.
I like Dave Northrup. He just got the thing. Wait, look at him turn that wheel off the starting line as it got way too loose. I like the red steering wheel and the red shifter. That way you can see where it's at. If I was driving one of those things, I'd need that too. Watch Greg Anderson. He didn't do much wrong. He was 986 and 60 foot. He had a good setup in low gear, ran through the middle, makes a nice run into the next round.
Yeah, and as we take a look at the pro stock point standings, it sets the stage, actually, for what is about to come up. Look down in second is Mike Edwards. Erica Enders is in third place, and they're about to face one another. There's Erica. Remember, we told you a couple of races ago, she's got all kinds of extra help, including somebody to help her visualize and get her head totally into the game.
Well, I mean, I got to admit, it's paying off. She's won a lot of races this year on hole shots. Her driving just seems to be getting better and better every single race. They're making good horsepower. But in the other lane, Mike Edwards, I mean, you know, that car's really come around this year also. And like you said, this is a good matchup between two cars that are pretty high up in the points right now.
You look at Mike Edwards, Erica only has one first-round loss this year. Erica takes the win with a 672, but Edwards was flying at the end, set a new track speed record at 205.19.
Wow, I mean, she's doing a good job. I mean, hit the lights, was 200s better than Mike Edwards off of the starting line, ran through the gears to run a 672. That's a very, very nice pass.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, I'm happy. Boy, if you're that way now, how are you going to be in the finals? So here we take a look at the team going up the track. That great grandstand, literally carved out of the side wall of this valley here, Thunder Valley in the Smoky Mountains. Terrific facility. Seems every year they do something better, and now they say they're going to make that track a lot smoother. Back in Burkhardt's pits. Yeah, you think that stuff isn't hot when it comes off the car? We'll be back with more. Well, we welcome you back as the Summit team brings their cars back down the track. The O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals from Bristol Dragway. I'm Paul Page with Mike Dunn. Dave Reef and Gary Gerald are out trackside, and here is the Pro Stock Ladder presented by Lucas Oil. In round 2, Lyon and Stevens will face one another, and Morgan and Erica Enders.
On the other side of the ladder, Greg Anderson will be against Dave Howard and Kurt Johnson and B. Gaines.
And how about that, Erica Anders? Let's go up to Gary Gerald.
We've been talking a lot with you and your crew about the importance of horsepower, and I guess in this sport, maybe that is always #1. Is it #1?
It's #1, and then driver reaction's #2, but I'm just so proud of my guys. They've worked so hard. I got to send a big thank you out to the ones back at the shop who have just busted their rear ends to give us the horsepower that we need to go rounds consecutively, and I'm just so proud of them. Beating Mike Edwards that round should put the Slammers Ultimate Milk Chevy Cobalt one more place up in the Powerade Points Championship chase.
Thank you. And let's check in with, are we ready to meet the mom of Melanie Troxel?
Indeed we are, Gary Gerald, but first, we aren't the only ones here at ESPN paying attention to everything that's happening with Melanie Troxel. Every other form of motorsports is paying attention, as well as major motorsport media outlets like the USA Today. Take a look at page 3 from the April 27th Sports Edition. That is 3/4 worth of information on Melanie Troxel and all that she's accomplished this year. And Barb Troxel, as you look at this and realize that that is your daughter, take me all the way back to a knee-high grasshopper kid. Did you imagine that she would be doing anything like this?
I don't know that I fully imagined that this would be it. I know that she always had the desire. She totally had the capability. She was always interested in it. She's managed to follow through on pretty much everything that she's chosen to do. I assume that it would be involved in racing one way or another. This is just the best hope.
How much of this stuff have you piled up this year? It's got to be a ton.
Oh, I've got files and files from every race, and she's not one to collect things, so I have to make a copy for her and a copy for me, because I know at some point in her life.
5 consecutive finals to start the year. She's going after 6, and this byline right here should also say definitely not a novelty as well. Melanie's getting it done.
Yeah, but it's bred in there. Her dad, a former world champion in alcohol dragster. Here is Troxel. She'll be coming up as we go to the second round of Top Fuel next. Welcome back. Bristol Dragway, Bristol, Tennessee. NHRA Powerade Drag Racing Series. We're ready for the second round in Top Fuel. And how did we get to this point? Well, we'll take you back into round number 1. Corey Mack over on the left-hand side. Parts and pieces from everybody after the wreck on Friday night. Brave effort, but not good enough to beat Hot Rod Fuller. And then it's Troxel, left lane, and Fully. Troxel, the #1 qualifier, and she wins this one too. She still has a chance of matching Tony Schumacher's record. Hillary Will, you watch from her car. That's Morgan Lucas over on the other side. Hillary was the second qualifier. Lucas barely made it in, but he did take the win. So that sets us up for this, the second round. And there is the ladder, Troxel and Fuller, Grubnick Milliken, Lucas Schumacher, and Brandon Bernstein and Doug Coletta.
On the line, we got Clay Milliken there up against David Grubnick. A good matchup here. Clay Milliken still trying to get his first win on the NHRA circuit. David Grubnick was trying for a long time, but he's got 2 wins to his credit, and he's coming off that runner-up in Las Vegas, has a very good race car.
Well, Clay finds all kinds of problems, and so Grubby goes forward with a 499, 323-mile-an-hour pass. And already they're going to talk about it.
This is a situation as you get in the later rounds, the heat on that racetrack, you're kind of trying to tiptoe down through there and make sure you don't smoke the tires. David Grubnick did it, 459, but Clay Milliken went into tire shake, had to back pedal, and then the car started drifting over towards the center. Looks like he may have lost the blower belt. On board with David Grubnick, you're going to see right there, Clay's got the jump out, but then had the back pedal, and that pretty much ended it because David Grubnick, even though it didn't run a big number, it was straight down the racetrack and made a nice pass.
So Grubnick moves forward, brings up Brandon Bernstein and Doug Coletta. Coletta moves for the box, as does Bernstein. 2001 Friday night here in Bristol. This was Doug Coletta.
I recognize that guy in the other lane. I remember that. It lit up my car pretty good.
Could help you read the directions, huh?
Yeah, well, it was a good thing because I was driving it over the center line, and he lit it up enough to where I could see where I was going and didn't make a stupid mistake even worse.
Let's go to Gary Gerald. He's with Grubby.
Dave Grubnick, second in points and winning rounds. Life's pretty good right now, isn't it?
Yeah, you bet, Gary. Right now, we're just concerned about going rounds. It's like I've always said, we're not too worried about where we start the season in points. It's where we finish. So, you know, I'm happy. This Strivectin crew, they're doing a great job. Connie, Jono, all my guys. We'll just keep going rounds. We'll take them one at a time.
Yeah, and at the starting line, his teammate trying to see if he can join him in the semifinals.
What do you think about this? Coletta and Bernstein, two major family names in the sport. There's Brandon looking for his second win of this year.
And this is a big matchup. Brandon Bernstein's had a very good race car last few races, getting that win in Houston and a semifinal in Las Vegas. Tim Richards doing a good job on there, but never count out Doug Coletta.
Sweet. And you're right. Don't count out Doug Coletta. Hole shot win for Doug Coletta. Coletta with a 454, 329 miles an hour. Hillary Will, one of those spectators, walks out to see this one.
What another great drag race. Doug Coletta had a slight advantage, 078 to 091, a little over 100th of a second advantage off the starting line, and then had the tune-up on there. There's the margin of victory off the Valvoline winners, Cam, only 40/10,000ths of a second.
Yeah, there's the Valvoline winners, Cam. Look at that, just a matter of feet. Now we want to take a look at our Checker Shucks Cragen taxonomy, and we're talking about hole shot, Mike Dunn.
Yeah, speak of the devil there. Hole shot's a starting line advantage achieved by the quicker reacting driver. In the old days, you got off the starting line or out of the hole, you shot out a little bit quicker, thus the term hole shot. A hole shot win, which we just saw, means you got to the finish line first and won with a slower elapsed time, parlaying that hole shot into a hole shot win.
Back up at the starting line. Take a look at the electronic eyes that set the pre-stage and stage lights. Rod Fuller, who of course beat Corey Mack after that just dramatic trying to make it back into the field after cutting the car in half. And Melanie Troxel, she is looking to make history with a 7th win here. Melanie's first ever Top Fuel #1 qualifying start. Let's go to Dave Reef.
Common theme as I talk to some of the Nitro crew chiefs down here about how to attack this racetrack right now, and all of them agree that despite the fact that the sun kind of goes in, kind of goes out, the heat on the racetrack is staying down. That allows the tuning window, especially for the high horsepower cars, to open up a little bit. These guys can get a little more aggressive with the clutch. The key is not getting it too aggressive.
In its way, a rematch of the Phoenix final, in which case Fuller came out as the winner. Red light. Red light comes up on Melanie.
Wow.
So just like at Phoenix, Fuller will move forward. It's like the expression there is, what was that?
That's a very rare miscue for Melanie. She's been pretty much very consistent on the tree all year long. She knew, you know, obviously Rod Fuller had a good car based on that 450 laps time he had in the previous round. She knew she had to push the tree, but unfortunately she just pushed it a little bit too much. And the tough break is Rod Fuller went out there and spun the tires, so she would have won that round easily.
Yeah, and she's angry, and she will not make history. Let's go to Gary Gerald. He's with Doug Coletta.
And Doug Coletta, I think you were a little bit surprised, as all of us were, to hear that Melanie went red.
Yeah, I tell you, for a driver, you normally don't talk about it, nothing, you know, you ignore it, but, you know, it happens, and, you know, obviously we're real happy with our run getting by second round there, and, you know, my Mac Tools team, we're digging hard trying to get the win here. We won it last year, so we're so far so good.
We saw you the other night. You were doing some welding on your car after that night session, and you got on the brakes hard, and the car was really bouncing. That chassis responded well, I take it?
Yeah, it seems like it has. Yeah, we got on the brakes a little bit and got it bouncing or whatnot, but it worked out good, and the car's running good, so let's see what happens.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, he's excited about moving forward, Mike. Upcoming, Tony Schumacher And Morgan Lucas kind of opens the door with Melanie going out this early for Schumacher.
Well, yeah, and Tony Schumacher 9th in the points, but we've said all along he's had a car that could definitely win at any time. You know, this car could get on a roll and you know, reel off 4 or 5 wins and get right back in the hunt. So you can never count them out. Nobody has counted them out. Morgan Lucas, if he can get this car to run on the other end, he can give Tony a race.
Lucas's best race of the season was at the Winter Nationals when he went to the semifinals. Schumacher won here in 2004 over Clay Millican. Talking about history, legacy of drag racing. Don the Snake Prudhomme, he's with Dave Reed.
And red light aside, Don Prudhomme, it was this man right here who hired Melanie Troxel to a developmental driver contract. It didn't work out for you, but as you watch what Melanie's doing and Hillary's doing and all the gals and all the classes are doing, what kind of impact do you think that has on this sport?
Well, obviously, I think it's a definite one, because that's why we had her for a while, and I'm glad to see her get a ride. But, you know, I mean, it's her. It's what she's all about. She's just as good as the guys. And, you know, I'm of the old school. I watched Shirley Muldowney kick the guys around pretty good and won some championships. So, you know, obviously, she's a great driver. But also, they got great karma on that team. You know, everybody's together, and they just can't do anything wrong except for a red light.
Does it make it hard for you to watch all of her success knowing she could have been yours?
Oh, no, not at all. No, I'm real happy for her. You know, Tommy drives for me. It's her husband, and I'm just worried about him. And nah, that's cool.
Of course, the Snake waiting for Tommy Johnson to come up. His funny car is up next.
Well, Schumacher has always dominated Lucas in head-to-head competition with Morgan Lucas. Schumacher has always dominated. They're now 11-2.
Schumacher and Alan Johnson dodged a bullet on that one. That thing had a cylinder out as soon as it left the starting line. I thought it might be all over. Morgan Lucas had his normal problems down track, which allowed Tony just to barely get the finish line ahead. Look from up top. I mean, you see Tony get right out. He had the cylinder out. Morgan pulls ahead and then starts eating his motor up, and that allowed Tony to get by just by that much as you look at our Valvoline Winners Cam once again.
Yeah, it's great. We got to keep going to the Valvoline Winners Cam to come up with the answers on this. It has been tight. Hot Rod Fuller's machine brought back to the pit area. And now let's go to Gary Gerould. I guess Melanie's pretty disappointed, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's been just such an amazing role that you've been on. And I know you kept saying, you know, some point it's going to come to an end. But when it comes to an end, as it has just done, how much does that hurt?
Oh, you know, it hurts even more when you know it was your fault. I mean, I'm thoroughly disgusted with myself right now, but the guys have done a great job, and you know, it's still a great year. I mean, we'll come back from this and hopefully continue to be consistent, and you know, we'll still leave here with the points lead, so it's not a bad weekend altogether, but you know, it always hurts when you know you're the one that let the guys down.
Thank you.
Pretty straightforward answer. After the run, you could see it. It hurt. So Melanie Troxel leaves us a little bit early, but it sets the stage for the semifinal. Rod Fuller and Dave Grubnick. Grubnick will have lane choice. And Tony Schumacher over Coletta. Coletta will have lane choice. Though the track's been holding up pretty good here. And so funny car. Phil Burkhardt Jr. and Whit Bazemore come to the line. Monday night, catch ESPN2's coverage of the National Professional Paintball League's U.S. Paintball Championships held in Bicentennial Park in Miami. From exciting duels in the snake to long-range sniping, each team competes for $50,000. The U.S. Paintball Championship presented by Vault on ESPN2 Monday nights at 9. And here is the funny car ladder presented by Lucas Oil. Medlin caps, that one's going to be really close. Selzy Johnson, Bazemore Burkhardt, and Force, and Jim Head. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I like our first matchup right here. You know, with Bazemore, this good race with Phil Burkhardt. Phil Burkhardt's one of those giant killers that just seems no matter what kind of race car he has, he can just kind of keep getting those round wins. That's what he's been doing this year. I think only went out first round one time this year. Whit Bazemore, though, has a much better race car than he did at the beginning of the season. It's much more consistent, making good power.
Well, it goes away for Burkhardt. Bazemore with a 485, 304 miles an hour, takes the win and moves forward. One away early for Burkhardt.
Yeah, as the sun comes out a little bit, track's getting a little bit warmer, but it's still in good condition. We've seen some good runs in Top Fuel. Whit Bazemore makes a nice run. I'm sure that's about what they were looking for, mid 480 laps time. As you look, Burkhardt got out there ahead a little bit, started spinning the tires. And Whit Bazemore just drove right through the middle of the course and on into the next round.
Remember that little pedal fest where Burkhardt beat Robert Hight earlier? Well, we've seen some tricky track conditions through the years here at Bristol. In this week's Brute Essence of the NHRA, we break down one of the absolute best pedal fests ever. Watch this.
My 2004 season race at Bristol was probably one of the most memorable of my whole career. I had a pedal fest on and off the throttle with Cruz Pedregon that was just unbelievable.
Uh-oh, pedal job. Man, it's a pair of fucking Broncos.
Bristol was actually a race that the car wasn't set up properly, so I wasn't really able to recover the car, gather it up, as they say, and really I didn't think I did a very good job.
And that was the most pedaling that I've ever done in any single run. I think I was on and off the throttle about 7 or 8 times.
Really, I was at the mercy of the car. I had no throttle travel. It was just like wide open or nothing, and so it was like being on ice.
And both of us were on and off the throttle several times and smoking the tires, lifting the front end in the air. From a driver's point of view, that's both scary and exhilarating at the same time.
It's gonna be at the stripe in a blistering time of 9.25 seconds and a whole shot. Phil Burkhardt, your race winner.
It was just a spectacular race, and when it came down to it, it was won or lost on a whole shot.
Oh, was that great or what?
I never get tired of watching that race.
There's John Force. And coming out to face him is Jim Head. Whit Bazemore is out of the car up at the far end. Gary Gerould.
Were you lucky on that run? Because I saw you climb out and you went right up to the blower and you were rocking it like it was loose or something had broken there.
Well, when you can rock a blower bolted on a car, it's never a good thing. But same thing happened in the first round. The thing, it's running really well, and you know, it just gets down here and it loses power and cylinders and so forth. And the first round, it just pushed the gasket out of the manifold and the blower between there's an O-ring there, and it did the same thing then. So we're always lucky. You know, anytime it's not a perfect run and you get the win light, you're lucky, because sometimes you can have a perfect run and still you need to be lucky to get the win light. So for the Matco team, though, we're coming back. It's been a big effort by the guys, and you know, they deserve it.
See you in the semis.
Thank you.
So Jim Head and John Force back at the other end on the line. Austin Coyle, final touches to the motor.
Normally you talk about Jim Head against John Force, it'd be totally one-sided, but Jim Head has had a pretty good race car, but I think the only weakness might be the turnaround time for his crew. They're not used to going into the second round.
Now, but Head gets in trouble early. Same time we've seen that in the left lane. Force with a 477 at 321 miles an hour. So Head moves to the gallery, and John Force moves forward.
John Force, watch him going down there, 477. Nice pass. Stay with us. We're going to have some more Funny Car coming right back at you, just like John Force is coming at you.
Welcoming back Eric Medlin, the top qualifier. His burnout as he's ready to face Ron Capps. There's Capps, the Brute Machine. We continue in the second round of Funny Car.
This is a key matchup here. Ron Capps has a very consistent race car, but they haven't had the big numbers up until the first round when they put that 478 up on the board. They need to get around Eric Medlin right now. This should be a great race.
There's Medlin. Where's the top qualifier here? Yeah, this should be, you talk these two side by side, this will be good.
Yeah, and Eric, he ran really good on Friday and then struggled yesterday in qualifying, but then came out first round, ran a 4.77 to defeat Del Worsham, who's always tough, you know, and Ron Capps had a really good run going, actually, you know, laid down on the other end, still ran a 4.78, only 296 miles per hour. So on paper, these two cars are very, very evenly matched.
Capps, of course, the points leader. Capps with a 485. Nice going, Ace. Ron Capps, 485 at 318 miles an hour.
Tell you, this team has what it takes to win a championship if they keep doing this. I mean, Ron Capps did the job on the starting line like he's been doing for the last 2 years. Just nailed Eric Medlin on the tree. 0.73 reaction time at over 0.04 of a second advantage. And what can you say about the Ace? He put the setup on there. Both cars ran a 485, but look at that. Eric wasn't even close because of that starting line advantage that Ron Capps got.
Let's go to Dave Reef. He's with Larry Morgan.
Preparing for round number 2 of Pro Stock Eliminations, and I'm with a man who beat Warren Johnson, something you haven't done a heck of a lot over the last couple of years. That's only your second round win in 8 attempts. How'd you do it?
Well, I'll tell you, that guy's pretty tough. Is this my day, I guess, to beat Warren? You know, he's a tough guy out there. They're all tough. So if it's our day, it's our day.
Good day to do
it. Is now.
Good day to do it with ZMAX on the side of your car, considering Burton Smith owns that racetrack. But I also want to ask you about a National Dragster article. Pretty outspoken about the number of Dodge power plants, the Dodge blocks that you could get your hands on with regards to Bob Glidden. He's gone now. Has that loosened up for you?
Well, it was loosened up before he left. I think they were waiting on parts, main caps, and studs. But I got 4 last week, and I'm getting 4 this week. So now they're getting so many I can't even get them done in time. So, but we're in good shape on the parts, and they've done a heck of a job getting it for us.
We know Larry Morgan can make some power, and he's going to need that power taking on Erica Enders coming up in just a bit.
Next pair up, Tommy Johnson Jr. and Gary Scelzi. Here's your ladder. Who is going to face Capps? And Tommy Johnson Jr. Next week, coverage from Atlanta, the Summit Racing Equipment Southern Nationals, qualifying on Saturday at 9 p.m. Sunday morning, NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oils at 11:30 in the East on Sunday morning, and then the finals Sunday evening, 7 o'clock again in the East. All NHRA races are available in high definition on ESPN2 HD. Call your cable operator or satellite provider today. Bristol Dragway, the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals. Yep, Pro Stock will be coming up as soon as we get done with Funny Car here. Tommy Johnson Jr. and Gary Scelzi. Who's not had a great year getting especially to the semifinals. Does it here, it'll be a landmark.
As you look at Tommy Johnson Jr., he's run awfully good, but crew chief Mike Neff for Gary Scelzi, they stayed and tested extensively after Las Vegas. We're very happy with the results, but they also know that usually doesn't play into race day all the time, but it looks like it has so far here.
On Scelzi with a 477, 323 miles an hour. Tommy Johnson Jr. heads home. We have a couple of different views for you, Mike Dunn.
Well, they're starting to get that old Powerade Championship form back together because Gary Scelzi did the job on the starting line. 0.67 reaction time, almost 200s better than Tommy Johnson Jr., who's always good on the line, and parlays that into a 477 at 323 miles per hour from that horsepower produced by Mike Neff and the rest of that Oakley team. Good job.
The matchups for the semifinals in Funny Car. Ron Capps with Gary Scelzi. Scelzi has the lane choice. And with lane choice, John Force and Whit Bazemore. Semifinals of Funny Car at the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals. Got some Pro Stock coming for second round. That'll be up in just a moment. Stay with us. This telecast is available in high definition on ESPN2 HD. We welcome you back, Bristol Dragway, the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals. You can see the valley there, and believe me, the Thunder rolls back over those grandstands. Great place for a drag race on what's been a beautiful weekend. Little recap in Pro Stock. Ron Krischer and Jason Line. Watch this run because you're going to see a track record ET out of Jason Line. A 4.70. And then Edwards and Erica Enders. Edwards was second in the points. But with that, situation changes. And for the moment, Erica is second. V. Gaines, his car is ready. He scored his first hole shot round win of the season when he beat Jim Yates in the first round. And he will face Kurt Johnson.
Kurt Johnson coming out of that number 14 qualifying position. We talked about the competitiveness of Pro Stock racing. You qualified number 14. I mean, you got just as good a shot as anybody on race day. We saw the previous race with Greg Stanfield qualifying number 16, taking out Greg Anderson. Kurt Johnson has a good race car. V. Gaines had a great light in that first round. This should be good. V. Gaines forgot to leave.
Wow, you got to go when the light goes green. So Johnson with a 674 at 204 miles an hour takes the win. I wonder where he was looking. A few moments ago, Dave Reith caught up with Dave Howard, who will face Greg Anderson in just a moment here. What a matchup.
Braidwood, Illinois' Dave Howard may have only qualified in the 10th position, but yesterday you got everybody's attention in the Saturday qualifying session. Third quick on the day, and now you get to go up against Greg Anderson. Is there enough power inside of this machine to take out the giant that is he?
Absolutely. Otherwise, you shouldn't be here. I mean, everybody, if we make a nice run, I think we can make it real rough on him, basically. And that's what it's about. Cut a good light on him. You can't give him nothing. If you don't cut a good light on him, he's gonna kill you right from the start to the finish. So hopefully I can put a little on a tree with him and keep ahead of him before the finish line.
Confident and loose. That's what it takes.
I hear about it every night. Here is the ladder presented by Lucas Oil for Pro Stock. Line Stevens, Morgan Enders, and Anderson Howard, and Johnson and Gaines. Gaines already, of course, taking that win. Track temperature about 99 degrees. The sun pops in and out. You look at Erica.
Erica doing a great job in that first round with that 672. Good reaction time. She needs to do the same thing right here against Larry Morgan. Larry Morgan is no slouch. Can't give up anything in this category.
Morgan, 675. Puts Erica up to the grandstand to watch the rest of this event. His second hole shot win of the day.
Well, Paul, sometimes when you live by the hole shot, you die by the hole shot. Erica not going to be happy with that reaction time, 0.54. Larry Morgan basically had 0.03 of a second advantage off the starting line, and that's all he needed to get to the finish line first.
Yeah, he's not a guy you can give anything to, as again, we look at the finish line camera. Look at the margin, wow. And there it is, all the way down through. Let's go back up the start line area, and Dave Reif, he's with Don Schumacher.
Down with the man who had to make the difficult decision to let Bob Glidden, the legend, go and hire David Nickens. Simply put, Don, why now?
Well, you have to make tough decisions at times. Bob's got a nickname being Madman, and he works like a madman, and it was just too hard on the rest of the team. So it was time to pull the team together, make a change, and that's what I've done.
His attention focusing now on Richie Stevens, who will be up in the pair following this one.
Yeah, that had to be hard when you consider what a great legend, really, Bob Glidden is. Greg Anderson, Dave Howard. Talked to Dave just a few moments ago. Well, and Howard gave it a good run, but with a 672, Anderson takes the win. 204 miles an hour to a losing 678, 204.
And we heard Dave Howard talk about having to get off the starting line first. He probably had to get off the starting line first about 0.05 of a second. He got a little over 2.5 of a second advantage off the starting line. That just is not enough when Greg Anderson is in the other lane.
Reminder again, Monday night, ESPN2's coverage of the National Professional Paintball League's U.S. Paintball Championships. $50,000 cash prize. The U.S. Paintball Championship presented by Vault on ESPN2 Monday nights at 9 Eastern. There's another little grandstand area for you. So now it's Jason Line and Richie Stevens. Stevens, remember, part of that whole change-up. Glidden over to David Nickens.
And I talked to Richie, and you know, he's feeling much more comfortable, you know, in the race car. They're just basically, David Nickens' crew chief feels they're making good horsepower. Let's just make good, consistent race runs on race day. And he feels that Richie Stevens can definitely win on Sunday with his ability. Jason Line, we talked about all year. He's been working on his reaction time. Has not been happy with it. He's not done a good job. Didn't have a nice reaction time in the first round. He's gonna need it against Richie. Richie's known to be very good on the tree.
But Jason Line takes it 672 at 204 miles an hour.
Pretty much identical reaction times. Richie had 1,000th of a second advantage. Us drivers, we call that even off the line. Both identical in 60 foot, but boy, after Jason put her in second and third gear, that horsepower just pulled away and got him into the semifinals.
We have so far seen some great racing. We expect more. Gary Gerald, you got Greg Anderson.
Yes, indeed. Being congratulated by Larry Morgan. Jason Line has just rolled up behind you. How happy are you to be winning some rounds? Because this season has been kind of a roller coaster ride, it seems.
You ain't a kid, Gary. It's been a while, it seems like. I don't know. Maybe I'm just spoiled, but it seems like it's been forever. It's been 3-4 races, and that, to me, seems like an eternity. And, you know, I got to take it on me. The guys have done a great job with this Summit Pontiac. It's up to me now to drive and get the job done driving. And you know what? I just haven't been quite there even so far today. So I got to do better the rest of the day if we're going to get these two Summit Pontiacs in a final. But Jason doing a heck of a job, and looks like it's a great day for Mac Tools and Pontiac.
Remember, this is the guy who got his first win right at this racetrack, I think, 5 years ago, right?
Yep, 2001. Special place to me.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And he has been straightforwardly honest about his own driving right from the get-go. Jason Line will have lane choice over Larry Morgan in the first of the two Pro Stock matchups in the semifinals, and Greg Anderson has choice over Kurt Johnson. So Top Fuel, they'll be back in the lanes again. Oh, there's a lot of playing around up there. Having a good time. Don't hurt anybody. We'll be back in just a moment.
And as we come back to this, the sixth round of the 23-race Powerade NHRA drag racing season, we await a tremendous battle in Pro Stock to involve Kurt Johnson and Greg Anderson. It doesn't get much better than that in the semifinals. And keep in mind, Kurt has got a great opportunity. He won the last race at Las Vegas. He's trying for the 5th time in his career to go back-to-back. And the last time he did it, Bristol was in the mix in 2003. But getting to this point, what an adventure this weekend. It starts out with a problem with the transmission on the hauler, and then you tell us about all the other things that have gone wrong.
Oh, it's just been out of control. Broke the transmission in the hauler, so Smoky Mountain Freightliner is going to be looking at this truck Monday morning, but pin fell out of the throttle linkage, blew a plenum gasket 10 minutes before the second round. On a perfect run second round, 989, 60 foot, top of the page, cup pops out of gear. So that run was wasted. So we went in yesterday morning a little conservative, put us in the number 14 spot. Yesterday we get some junk in the oil pump, we break an oil pump an hour before the run, so you know we had plenty of time then. But hey, the whole AC Delco crew's holding tough. Try and put the Chevrolet in the winner's circle today.
And you talk about a little added incentive for this guy. The transmission repair bill, looking at about $7 grand. He needs the money, Dave Reeve.
The added incentive for Gary Scelzi and his Oakley team, making it to the semifinals for the first time this year. The only thing this team has to hate is the fact they've got to race their teammate, but keep in mind also that Ron Capps is the points leader. Mike Neff joins me now. And Mike, has this team got its swagger back? Is this car starting to react the way you want it to?
Yeah, it's starting to get back to normal. I'm pretty confident we found out what our problem was, and I think we got that fixed. So now it's just a matter of just trying to kind of take baby steps to try to get our confidence built back up and, you know, get the thing, try to get back in the winner's circle.
When we talked before, you had a little more confidence in your voice. You don't sound so sure now. How sure are you?
Well, I feel good about it, but I'm just being real careful what I say right now. I just want to, you know, things are going good. Gary's driving good. The thing's responding. So I feel good.
We'll keep that jinx bug away for you as the thrash is on for the semifinals. Coming up next, it's Fuller, it's Grubnik, it's Schumacher, it's Coletta. It's the Top Fuel semifinals from the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals.
Welcome back to Bristol Dragway, where the conditions have been changing constantly. A little bit of a worry about some of those clouds over on the horizon, possibly rain coming into the area. We had rain earlier today. Top Fuel. See where we go and who can do what. Hot Rod Fuller comes out to face David Grubnik. Both winners this season. David looking to go to his second final round in a row. In our Top Fuel recap, in first round, it was Melanie Troxel and Doug Foley. Troxel, the #1 qualifier, and with a 450 flat, she put Doug Foley out of the run. And then it was Grubnik versus Clay Millican. And this was Grubnik all the way as he was looking for his second Top Fuel win of this season. So now here is the ladder presented by Lucas Oil, Fuller and Grubnik, Schumacher, and Doug Coletta.
You see great David Grubnik with lane choice because remember, Hot Rod Fuller got that lucky break in the previous round when Melanie Troxel red lighted and Hot Rod went out there and spun the tires. Let's look at the weather here. It's about 10 degrees warmer than when we start out. Still relatively dry on the humidity side. Track temperature 102 degrees, a little bit warm, but not too bad. Still very manageable for these teams.
You look up the valley, nice and clear. There's the wind coming across the track.
It's almost running straight from start to finish. Nice little breeze for them.
Wow. There goes Hot Rod into the final. Is he looking at a second win this year as he takes down Grubnik? Fuller with a 453 at 327 miles an hour to a losing 464, 320 miles an hour.
If he can keep running like that, he'll definitely have a shot at winning this race. Like we said, he got the lucky break in the previous round with Melanie Troxel, but Lee Beer had a great tune-up on this race car. 274 miles per hour at the 8th. That's a good tune-up for these conditions. 453 capped off, 327 miles per hour. And he's going into the final once again here in Bristol.
Yep, he went to it last year. He's looking at it again. And that'll bring up Tony Schumacher, who will face Doug Coletta. Let's go to Dave Reeve.
Down with Lee Beard, fresh away from the water box on your way back to the pit. Your second final of the year. Great numbers. I know you were concerned about a car that was too souped up the round before, but a quick question about concerns you might have with your Brad Hadman chassis after what went on this weekend.
Well, first of all, Brad Hadman is an excellent craftsman. He's been building cars for over 20 years. He actually worked at Al Swindle's shop, and Al taught him his trade, and he's one of the finest chassis builders out here. The cars are built to a spec that NHRA and SFI came up with. If there's a problem with a spec, then that needs to be addressed. I don't believe it's a one car manufacturer or the other because there is an SFI spec.
On to the finals where your concern is whoever this is. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's take you back to Tony Schumacher in Seattle like that.
Yeah, this is a similar situation. situation from what we saw with Corey. The only thing with Tony, it happened right in the lights. He was already getting the parachutes out and coming off the throttle. Had that been sooner, like in Corey's case at 1,000 foot, that car would have done the exact same thing that we saw Corey do. But Tony did a good job of getting that thing stopped.
So Fuller is already in the final with his win over Grubnick. Will it be Schumacher or Doug Coletta? Schu is looking to go to his first final since last year in the finals at Pomona. And he's not going to do it. Doug Coletta will go to the finals to face Fuller. Coletta with a 4:53, 330 miles an hour. Rematch of last year here at Bristol.
And last year in the final round, Doug Coletta beat Hot Rod Fuller on a hole shot. I guarantee you he's going to be thinking about that because Doug Coletta is so good on the light. And once again, he had a great reaction time against Tony Schumacher. As we take another look at his car, they just cannot get a handle on that thing. In the middle of the course, that thing just broke loose, overpowered the racetrack, and all Tony could do was watch Doug Coletta pull away at over 330 miles per hour.
So there's the final matchup in Top Fuel. Rod Fuller will have lane choice over Doug Coletta. And the Powerade Series champion, Tony Schumacher, continues to struggle. Time now for Funny Car. Is it time for a turnaround for Gary Scelzi? Well, he's looking pretty good here at Bristol. First up against Tony Bartone. Scelzi in the right lane, and he had it all the way with a 479. And then in round two, he came back against Tommy Johnson Jr. Again, right lane. Again, Scelzi all the way to the finish. He's looking very strong. Ron Capps will be in the other lane. Ed the Ace McCullough. Some final directions going to the crew for Ron Capps. Capps, by the way, is planning on racing regular roundy rounds on the dirt at Eldora Super Speedway in early June against some of the Cup drivers. Next week, drivers in this world's fastest motorsport will be in Atlanta, the Summit Racing Equipment Southern National. On Saturday, it'll be qualifying, 9 o'clock in the evening. Sunday, NHRA Today, presented by Lucas Oil. And then the finals Sunday evening at 7 o'clock in the East. All of the NHRA races are also available in high definition on ESPN2 HD. Call your cable operator or satellite provider today. And through the smoke, we take a look over at Ron Capps. Here is the Funny Car ladder. Who's going to make it into that final round? Will Capps continue to march on in his points lead, moving toward a championship, Mike?
Well, it was interesting to note that all three Don Schumacher Funny Cars are in the semifinals against the one lone John Force team car run by the boss, you know. And we saw Tony Schumacher go out in Top Fuel. So right now it's down to Funny Car for Team Schumacher, and he's got some good ones. Right here, Ron Capps, your points leader. This car, they've been doing it with consistency. In qualifying, this was not a very quick car, but they went down the racetrack every time. And then eliminations, Ed the Ace McCullough found the tune-up, stepped up the performance level. Now they run head-to-head. Gary Scelzi, what can you say? They have struggled all year long, but Mike Neff seems to be really getting a handle on this race car. I think he's getting much more confident in it. And when that happens, their driver, Gary Scelzi, he's going to get that confidence too, and they're going to start winning some races here shortly.
One way or another, we will have a repeat Bristol winner in Funny Car. Dominating and all the way, Ron Capps looks to go to his fourth straight final round. That's something he has never done in his career, as Capps takes the win with a 482 at 318 miles an hour to a losing 573, 196.
I mean, what can you say about Ron Capps and Ed the Ace McCullough? I mean, they just keep going on out there and going down the racetrack. Gary Scelzi, something went wrong with this race car. He hit the throttle and it just wasn't going. I don't see any cylinders out. It's almost like maybe one magneto went dead, which doesn't allow the engine RPM to come up and just slows the race car down. But I'll tell you what, Team Capps there, they love what they see. They're going into another final round.
You just saw the reaction of Ed the Ace for his driver, Ron Capps. Dave Reef is with him right now.
Ace, you're not only racing the past champion, he's a teammate. He's about as hungry as any guy out here. What kind of concerns did you have heading into that one?
Well, we had to race our side of the racetrack and do what we had to do, and it didn't matter who was over there. I mean, I'd rather be racing our teammate over there than one of Forrest's cars. At least one of Schumacher's cars is going on to the next round. But we got it down there, and we'll take the win.
Racing the racetrack, it's a novel concept, and they've been doing it all season long as we head down to the far end with Gary Gerould.
And Ron Capps just came over here, and he was throwing kisses to the screen, a tribute to Ace McCullough. I think we're getting a chance to take a look at this run here, Ron, and your thoughts.
It's big. I mean, I loved, oh my gosh, he was out the window. Mine made a pretty good move there. Of course, we haven't had lane choice again, and once again, Ace, Dan Olson, the whole Brute team did a great job. It's Stratus versus Charger, you know, this Charger, it's just hanging in there, you know, and the Stratus has been great to us.
You may not want to go to that new one that I know is being painted in the shop right now, right?
I know, man, and you know, I don't get to say it very often. I say hi to my family, my wife Shelly, my kids. I'm having such a good time right now, as you know, but Ace is such a big chess game out here, and there's a lot going on. And the only thing that could be better, I've told you, this season is to have my teammates up in the semis of the finals with us, doing it with us, and this weekend was like that, and it was fun. So we got Scelzi back in the mix, and I missed that, so it's a good time.
Well, we're about to find out who you're going to face, and it could be another teammate in Whit Bazemore, or it could be the, 13-time champion, John Force.
That would be him, and he is right there, dead center in your screen, John Force.
Great matchup here between two rivals, big-time rivals. I mean, this is a love-hate relationship. It seems like one week they love each other, next week they hate each other. It always goes back and forth between these two.
You know, but what's going on with reigning champions Scelzi and Schumacher? Is there a target on your back?
Well, I mean, it's always, I mean, it's hard to win a championship, but I think it's even harder to repeat as a champion because you're right. I mean, people are gunning for you. They don't, you know, sometimes you kind of sneak up. A lot of guys have won championships by just kind of running decent in the first half of the season. Nobody's really paying a whole lot of attention. Then all of a sudden they jump out there and they realize, okay, we come up against this guy. We got to have our A game. So, I mean, that's part of it. But, you know, a lot of times you just kind of start struggling, which we've seen both Tony Schumacher and Gary Scelzi do this year.
Bazemore wants this bad. He even forego a ride with you to be able to be in tune for this. Well, a 482, 309 miles an hour, and John Force will be facing Ron Capps. A repeat of the final at Gainesville.
Just a situation where it was a very good race. Drivers had identical reaction times. Force ran a little bit quicker to the 8th mile, but they were actually, Bazemore was running a little bit more speed the 8th mile before his motor just kind of gave up before the finish line, and that allowed John Force to pull away and get into the final round.
Ron Capps, with his 482, will have lane choice over John Force in the finals. Let's go to Gary Gerould.
John Force out of the car, talking to Capps over here. We'll just kind of follow along.
We've been in the left lane anyway, and you've been in the right, so it don't matter.
What do you?
I figured out the hell you're so happy about it. What I do, red light?
What's the deal with the lane choice? He's got it, you don't.
Down here? You're watching me down here. You're driving the car looking down here at me.
I'm always watching.
You're good.
Son.
You're good.
I'm always watching. I drove around that 5/8 thread too.
John, don't run away from me. How important is not having lane choice for you?
I don't know. When we told up, Coyle said he didn't really seem to care about lane choice because I said, you want me to go shallow against Bays or have him whip me like he did last time? And Coyle said, well, if you can leave on time, it don't matter if you're deep or shallow. So we just went. So I guess he got lane choice. What we run? He quit running 1,000 foot.
You were both identical down to 1,000ths, and he had you by a couple of thou.
Hey, I can't count that small.
I can't either.
I'm excited, and I'm excited about life in general. Like I told Reinhardt earlier, my kid Ashley, she's driving, and I told him about Vegas. It's anybody can go out there and run down there and get a license and run 490, 300. But I said to go out there 200 feet, pedal it, smoke the tires, pedal it again, lift the front end a foot in the air when you're a female. she's a bad hot rod, but she's a pretty good driver, and she looks like her mama.
And in one of those test runs, I understand an oil plug came out, the windshield was covered, she got it stopped safely, and Austin Coyle was among those that was very impressed.
John Ford said it. It's going to be a great final in Funny Car. We still have the lineup for one more final to determine. That's in Pro Stock. Will it be Greg Anderson or Kurt Johnson? They face one another. How about the top qualifier, Jason Line? He will face Larry Morgan. We'll be back. Pro Stock in just a minute. You're watching Greg Anderson. It's Pro Stock semifinal round from the O'Reilly Thunder Valley Nationals, Bristol Dragway. There's how we've gotten down to where we are. And now it'll be Anderson and Johnson. Anderson at the track where he won his first ever race in 2001 over Jim Yates. 5 seasons plus since then. He's won over 40 races. But he's struggled a little lately.
Yeah, but he's still got a great race car, and this is a great matchup. Anytime Kurt Johnson, Greg Anderson come to the line together, this is huge no matter what the numbers they have coming into this round. And obviously they both have very good numbers, but based on elapsed time, you got to go with Greg Anderson. He's had the better car this weekend. We talked about before, Kurt Johnson struggled a little bit in qualifying, but now he's kind of getting it together. So, you know, this is one of those deals. As competitive as this class is, and you know, neither of these drivers are going to want to be behind when they let the clutch out. So reaction time means a lot no matter what they're running.
And remember too that Kurt Johnson, like Greg, has also won here at Bristol.
The key is both these drivers know how to win, no matter how much backed up they are. Like we heard Kurt talk about coming into this, they just keep digging and digging, and they find a way to win. They're both just great racers. Late.
And it cost him. Anderson with a 673, 204 miles an hour to a losing 677, 204.
A little bit of a surprise there. Kurt Johnson, uncharacteristic for him to be that late off the starting line, especially against Greg Anderson. But, you know, Greg Anderson, give it to him. He had a good reaction time. Not a great reaction time, but he was still almost 400s better than Kurt, and just basically pulled away with that horsepower from there. You see him get the jump off the starting line, runs through the gears, just starts pulling away, and he's easily into the final round.
Well, Doug Coletta will be coming out for a final round in just a few minutes. Right now, Dave Reef is with his crew chief, Ron Tobler.
And as his team prepares for that final round, keep in mind Doug's weekend started by getting a little bouncy through the shutdown area. Doug said he got on the brake a little hard, and of course, he had to stick around and weld his car. But so far, he has got a car that's been welded to the racetrack, courtesy of his crew chief, Ron Tobler. Ron, 455, 454, 453. How tough is it to maintain consistency like that with one of these wild 8,000 horsepower cars?
Well, it really is sometimes, especially today, you know, where we started out with a track temperature of 85 or 79 degrees the first round, and eventually that round there was up to 105. So we've actually gotten quicker on the hotter racetracks, which is a good thing. And I think it bodes well for us in the summer months to come.
Obviously, you think you can keep this consistency up then and give Hot Rod a great race?
Oh, yeah, we'll give him a great race. We'll let Dougie drive. That's kind of what we did second round, and anytime you give him a chance, you're in the ball game.
Also, what happened here a year ago, Doug Coletta beat Rod Fuller on a hole shot at this very race.
Jason Line, the #1 qualifier, takes the win with a 672, 204 miles an hour over Larry Morgan.
Jason Line has been worried about his reaction times, but he has been a robot in that car all day long. 030 reaction times all 3 rounds. Couple up that with the horsepower, and he's into the final against his teammate.
Yeah, 9th time that we're going to see that. The teammates go at each other in the Pro Stock final. Hang in here. It's going to be a great set of final rounds.
Waiting for the drama to unfold in Top Fuel. The finals, a repeat of 1 year ago. Hot Rod Fuller goes against Doug Coletta. And last year it was Coletta with a tiny little hole shot who got the victory. And that has really saved the mind of Hot Rod Fuller. He says every time he goes to the line in the finals since then, he always thinks about that moment. He guarantees you that this race will be won or lost with reaction time. What's it going to take to win? He says if we can run a 4:53 the way we did in the semifinals, we'll knock Kalitta out of the box. Lee Beard, however, says he thinks it's going to take something a little better than that, like a 4:50. Can they do it under these conditions and become a repeat winner in 2006? We're about to find out. Let's check with Dave Reed.
Well, Gary, who has the edge in any given race? One of the easiest ways to find out, look at the head-to-head statistics. Using that logic, then John Force should beat Ron Capps based on the fact he's beat him 37 the 50 times these guys have raced. But that only tells half the story, because this man this year has won 2 of the 3 matchups against the 13-time champion, including a final round in Gainesville. That hasn't happened for Ron Capps since 1998 in Seattle, and it's a huge confidence boost, as is his tuner, Ed the Ace McCullough, who no longer has to rely on luck in beating John Force. It's because he's got the most consistent car in the race pits. That has many believing the tides are indeed changing, and Ron Capps may be indeed favored heading into this final round. Who will win Funny Car? Pro Stock, Top Fuel? These are all questions that we will answer when we return to Thunder Valley, Bristol Dragway, for the completion of the 6th annual O'Reilly Spring Masters.
Greg Anderson, John Force.
Hey, we're back. The Powerade NHRA Drag Racing Series, and the finals are now coming up. We get ready for Pro Stock as they come to the line. In Pro Stock, it's a fight inside the team. Jason Line and Greg Anderson. Funny Car is between teams. John Force and his group, and Ron Capps driving for Don Schumacher. Top Fuel, the question is, can Doug Kalitta pull out another hole shot over Rod Fuller? We're about to find out. Jason Line. There he is, and his road to the final. What do you think, Mike?
Well, you look at who he beat and you look at the numbers. Each round, Jason Line has ran about 1/100 of a second quicker than Greg Anderson. Reaction times has been about 1/100 of a second quicker than Greg Anderson. So that means, if my math is correct, he's got about a 200th of a second advantage over Greg coming in the final round. But throw all that out. This is the final round. Greg Anderson knows how to win. He'll rise to the occasion. Jason, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing, and he's got a great shot at winning this race.
And Greg, by his own admission, is in a bit of a slump right now. He really says he's got to focus and sharpen it up. We'll see now.
Pretty much dead even off the line.
With a 671, 205, takes his teammate Greg Anderson. Track speed record as well. Jason Line. Now he joins Ronnie Sox, who died last weekend at age 67. Larry Morgan and Scott Jeffreyon with 9 career wins. Nice going, Jason.
Let's go to Dave. Hanging out at the starting line with Ken Black. You were standing in the right lane behind Greg Anderson, but I suspect you'll take Jason Line to win.
Oh, definitely. It's nice to see Jason win this year. I hope that'll move him into second place. I'm not sure on the points, but Jason's really worked hard the last 2 weeks. Well, everybody has, and it's paid off today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
6 different winners in 6 races this season. Pretty incredible stuff.
And Jason Line has come crawling out of there, and there is, of course, the usual jubilation, the handshakes, and there's a Wally about to be put into your hands.
I love it.
You've been working so hard to find the consistency. How big of a step have you taken with this performance?
I don't know. I think I got lucky. The car's doing a great job. I don't know about the driver, but man, it's awesome. I love these O'Reilly races. We seem to do really well at these for some reason, and it was awesome. It was great to be great, man. Nobody else can do it, so it was awesome. It was great.
Congratulations, as always.
Jason, pump it.
Jason Line, there he is.
And I want to say one thing. You talk about his driving. This kid was a machine today. His reaction times, 0:36, 0:34, 0:36, 0:34. You don't get much better than that.
That's pretty much what the track can do, and that's it. John Force On the near side, Ron Capps over on the far side. The crowd here loving every minute of it. Weather is cooling off just a bit. It's been a beautiful 3 days here, though. Just a little bit of rain this morning. Pushed the schedule back a few minutes, but otherwise had no effect whatsoever.
Boy, what a killer matchup here. Ron Capps, your points leader against John Force, and Wayne, funny car driver in history. And I can't say enough about the job that Ed McCullough and that team have done. I mean, they did not have a great race car in qualifying, but Ed the Ace McCullough, he just races smart. I mean, the car was going down the racetrack every run qualifying, wasn't getting the performance, obviously, I don't think that he wanted. First round, he says, you know, the conditions are good. We can probably step this thing up. He steps it up, and that thing's been on a rail all day, and Capps has been doing his job driving. John Force, he's had the performance advantage as far as horsepower over everybody all year long. Their problem has been consistency. Final rounds, he's been spinning the tires both times in the final round, including that final round against Ron Capps in Gainesville. He can't do that here because he knows Ron Capps and Ed McCullough, that more than likely that car's going to go from A to B.
Ed the Ace checks Ron Capps' car. Austin Coyle, a final check over on John Force. If he wins, it'd be his first of the year for Force. Oh, and Ron Capps. Great drag race. Ron Capps with a 479. 319 miles an hour on the hole shot. Huge hole shot. Big deal win. John Force still has to look for his first of the season, and Ron Capps continues to grab onto those championship points.
Man, and what can you say about Ron Capps? He's been on his game. We saw at the end of last year, he was talking about the nerves of being in the championship hunt, but he was going the line and nailing it every time, and he's still doing a great job by that entire team.
Get in there, guys.
20th career win for Ron Capps. Yeah, he's happy. You bet.
You see Ron Capps had the advantage off the starting line by over 200ths of a second, and then John Force went around, then Ron Capps drove around at the finish.
John Force unbuckles. Still looking for that now extremely elusive first win. Hard to believe we've done 6 races, and John Force has not won yet. Let's go to Gary Gerould.
Ron Capps, is this a storybook start to this season in a Equestrian Championship?
Gary, unbelievable. I'm almost embarrassed. John Honeycutt with the Brute. To do this with your sponsors here, these guys made a lot of races. We made fans out of Brute. To do it with the Stratus body, Gates belts, Valspar, all the people I forget to mention, but Torco Racing Fields and Evan Knoll, especially Brute. I mean, this has been a dream season. I'm in my car. If there's an in-car camera, I'm just shaking my head in disbelief. I can't. I mean, it hauled the mail, and I knew it, but you're waiting for somebody to come around you.
It's a whole shot win, too.
Oh, are you kidding me?
No,
well,
I'm not.
If you don't get up for the champ, man, you got no blood pressure.
Dave Reeve?
Ace, that's what I call teammate. A great number and a great driving combination, too.
Well, we're a team, and I mean, we've been a good team all year. We were a good team last year. I mean, we win together, we lose together, but my boy Ron, I wouldn't trade him for the world, and we just, you know, goes down the racetrack, he does his job, and, you know, I love the guy to death, and what can I say? Here we are.
Guarantee he won't trade your tune-ups in either.
An amazing team this year. Now we're ready for the fastest accelerating cars in the world, Top Fuel. Lee Beard takes a last look at Rod Fuller's dragster. Doug Kalitta, he won last year here on a hole shot. Can he do it again?
You just saw Ron Capps do it, and Doug Kalitta is one of the best in the business off that starting line. Hot Rod Fuller knows it. He's going to have to raise his game.
Tire smoke for Fuller, and it is Kalitta all the way. Back-to-back wins. Kalitta 453, 331 miles an hour, which, by the way, is also a new track record speed. Boys will be boys, won't they?
Playing in the dirt. You got to love it.
Let's go down to Dave. He's with Ron Tobler.
And down in the mosh pit where the Kalitta tradition continues. These guys beat the living dog doo-doo out of each other. Big hug from Tony Merritt at Mac Tools and Ron Tobler. You guys have ran the table this weekend.
Thank you, man. Yeah, what an absolute fantastic weekend for our whole Mac Tools team. Dougie drove outstanding. We just took what the racetrack would give us. We tried to repeat. Kind of thing ran fast in the final. Doesn't get any better than this.
Scott just gave you a handshake. That's pretty easy.
He did, yeah. No, Scott and them are trying really hard, and hopefully they'll turn that thing around.
I'm sure the punches are coming your way, Gary Gerald. Tell Dougie to look out.
I couldn't believe that dog pile I saw down there. You guys were just beating each other to death down there while you're up here savoring, putting that Wally in your hand. This is the fastest run, I'm told, 331.5 miles per hour ever at this racetrack. Did you have any idea that you'd have that kind of a tune-up from Ron Tolbert, that you could do that kind of a job?
Yeah, I tell you what a great job the whole Mac Tools team did here today. You know, it's a great facility, and you know, we're just happy that Burton has stepped up and you know, he builds these facilities for us to run on. But you know, Redline, Technicoat, you know, we just got a bunch of guys here that we're working real hard at trying to keep this thing running towards the front. Connie, you know, Ron Tolbert, what can I say about Ron? You know, it was just awesome. You know, we had a great day, and I just don't know what to say.
Here's a man who has got great reason to be savoring a second straight win at this racetrack, Paul.
So Doug Kalitta takes the win and hoists the Wally in the air for his victory in Top Fuel. Mike Dunn, let's take a look at the run.
Great job by Ron Tolbert and the team. This car was just a picture of consistency all day. Every run was quicker than their qualifying run today, capped up off with this 453 at over 331 miles per hour.
Yeah, another smile for you, Doug Kalitta, the winner. We've still got more. The fans certainly got their money's worth today. Some good racing at Bristol. And we'll be back and wrap the whole thing up right after this.
Today's Speed World presentation of the O'Reilly Thunder Valley NHRA Nationals brought to you by Powerade. Sport is what you make it. And O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts at better prices every day.
Oh, look at Ron Tolbert and the gang. I'll tell you what, it's almost safer in the cockpit. At least you have the safety equipment. Congratulations to them. Next week, Marty Reed will be back, and they move to Atlanta for the Summit Racing Equipment Southern Nationals, qualifying on Saturday, then NHRA today, and the finals on Sunday. And talk about parity in Pro Stock. Dave Reed.
Indeed, there is parity in Pro Stock with Jason Line win today. That makes 6 different Pro Stock winners to start the 6 races this year. And while that is indeed great and the winner's circle look different, take a look at the points page. It still points to Greg Anderson, who leads his teammate Jason Line. 95 points back. It's Erica Enders, 105 points. Mike Edwards. Indeed, the competition better pay attention to the points page as well, or else Jason Line and Greg Anderson will reach the summit once again and give Ken Black his 4th consecutive Pro Stock championship. Gary Gerald?
So many different intriguing storylines over the course of any NHRA drag racing weekend, but one that stands out this weekend, the drama surrounding Corey McLenithan. The horrifying crash that he endured on Friday night, the way this racing community collectively came together to support that team, got them out there for a first-round elimination run today. It didn't work out for Corey. There was no storybook ending, but the very fact that he was here, was able to compete, is something we won't soon forget. Mike Dunn?
And let's talk about history being made with the ladies qualifying 1 and 2 in Top Fuel. Melanie Troxel and Hillary Will both gone by the 2nd round due to driver mishaps. I guarantee you they're not going to be happy with that. They're going to be back strong next week in Atlanta.
Thunder in the Valley, now the sounds of celebration. Coming up next, the 2005 World Series of Poker presented by Milwaukee's Best Light. I'm Paul Page for Mike Dunn, Dave Reef, and Gary Gerald. Thanks for joining us. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.